look around, and raising her hand is Arianna. Oh, I think I know why. My mind instantly goes to the wrong place. I'm not comfortable with this crush of hers at all. Not that I can acknowledge it in any way. What can I say, anyway? Go ahead, Arianna.
I think the details are extremely important. They reflect on the story as a whole, so you could, learn what's really going on from them.
Good. That's valid.
Speaking of valid, hey everybody, what's going on? It's Ryan Sierra. I love being valid just as much as the next valid. Valedictorian, that is.
I'm glad she's taking it seriously, at least. Eventually, the lunch bell rings and the class starts to file out, in a hurry as ever. Staying behind is the same group as yesterday. No, not quite the same group as yesterday.
Excuse me, Mr. Rook?
Yes?
I have to go by lunch now, but you know how you said you're always available to talk, right?
Oh, shit.
Ha ha! Ha ha!
Yeah, what's up?
Could I stop by after class to talk about the book we're doing? There's some things I still don't think I get, so I'd like to go over them more.
Yeah, I highly doubt that's really why. But I can't exactly say no, can I? I did promise. Sure, of course you can. Come by at around 4. We'll talk about what's giving you trouble.
Thanks, Mr. Rook. I'm looking forward to it.
Meanwhile, the other 3 are chatting away, just like before. I'm just left on my own to worry about how I'm going to deal with Arianna. Maybe it'll just go away. She'll get over it. Yeah, of course, that's it. Schoolgirl crushes are always fleeting.
So how are things going with you two?
Good.
Oh, well, you know.
3:55!
Damn, when does your high school start? 3:55, Jesus.
That's it for the day. Well, as far as classes go, anyway.
So you're telling me clubs are still going on. You're telling me 4 o'clock is when Major League Baseball comes in.
Sure enough, Charlotte was right. By the end of the day, it started to rain. Ariana's probably already on her way to my office. But before I go, I should
Lol, sorry. It just kind of is funny. But don't worry about it. I think you're absolutely right, and there's no question, the dude is hot, and he seems smart. If you're into him, I think you totally should. What's the worst that could happen? You get shot down? Come on, you're a cute girl, he's an older man. What do you think he's going to say? Okay, hold up. I've played this game 11 times. I never noticed that Isabella is literally like, yes! Yes, indulge in, borderline pedophilia. That's fine. You're totally right. Okay, I'm gonna do this then. I'm gonna dress up super nice. I'm gonna make an excuse about talking about the book, and then I'm just gonna confess how I really feel. Thanks, Iz. I really needed your vote of confidence there. You look great. I love that dress. The blue is perfect for you. Knock him dead.
Whoops.
Just saw your response to Taylor. Nice! You're pretty much uncontrollable, or untrollable. I don't know why she thought you would be a good target. I wasn't the target. It was Charlotte, and it's probably going to work. She'll probably say everything's cool, but it'll crush her inside. What a bitch. It's not really just as simple as saying, lol, you mad, and then letting her go fuck off. It's gonna hurt Charlotte. Trying to shut her down is basically all I can do. Raging pretty hard, but what else can I do? Sad face. I'm raging so hard. It's so funny that, this is not 2027, dog. This is 2011 lingo, straight up. Are you kidding? Really? Really? Wait, no, not that. Oh, okay, so this is fascinating. So I have to make a point here to say that there's this thing called 12channel, and it's a parody of what's called 4chan. However, and I think 12chan and 2chan, yada yada yada. But here's the thing. The anonymouses right here are actually the students that we teach in class. But the problem is, we don't know, which one it is. But there is kind of a way you can kind of tell, but I'm not smart enough to do that. So what we're gonna do is, we are just gonna kind of read everything with the same voice. So, has anyone tried playing Magical Love Adventure 2? Pretty awesome visual novel, bros. ITT, OP's new porn game. It's not porn! It's highly sophisticated. It's all about character development and heartful emotions. Lol, porn. So what kind of characters is it about? The most interesting is Hime-chan, your younger classmate who was a childhood friend, who starts to realize she's in love with you as she starts adolescence. It's a heartwarming character arc. Lol, porn. It's not about the sex! It's about a young girl growing to understand her feelings! So there is sex then. Well, yes, but it's an important part of her character arc. Lol, porn. You just don't understand what it's really about. Man, it's hard to read these while I'm getting text messages. Bro, you'll see what I mean. See what I mean. I just played it. OP was actually right. It's pretty awesome. Hime-chan is my waifu. Great story. I told you it wasn't just porn, Mang. So, what'd you like about it? I wish some people said Mang. I'm gonna be honest. That's something that's a lost relic of the 2010s. Yeah, I like the part where you. Hi, Mr. Rook.
Hi, Arianna. Why don't you have a seat and we'll talk about what you are having trouble with? She sits down, crossing her skinny legs with exaggerated motion. It's a pretense, of course. I know it. She definitely knows it. And I feel deeply uncomfortable going along with this. We, of course, do discuss the novel, as she requested, and she does ask the right questions. But it's obvious that's not why she's here. Even if she hadn't mentioned it to Isabella, I would have noticed, for sure. It's not just the way she's trying too hard to care about the book or the length of her dress. Every time she asks a question, she leans forward, fiddling with the end of her hair with her long fingers. Her fucking long spaghetti salad hands fingers. Every time she's waiting for an answer, she puts her hands on her knees, and with a smile, does the hokey pokey. I notice, of course. Every time I speak, she stares just a little too deeply with those dark, young eyes.
Hold on, what do you mean dark? Those are yellow. You mean like a dark yellow, like kind of like a piss that, hasn't drinking water in a while?
Despite it having never happened once in my life before, I have absolutely no doubt in my mind. She's trying to seduce me. I have to wrap this up. I have to end this now, and I definitely have to get out of here now. I move, getting ready to stand up. She just follows my lead. Okay, well, it's starting to get late. Do you have any other questions about the book?
No, I think that's all for now. I definitely do have a better understanding now. Thanks so much for the help, Mr. Rook.
Oh, it's nothing. I'm glad to help.
I mean it. I really want you to know. You seem like a great teacher, and I appreciate that a lot. I really like you.
Oh, damn it, here it comes. Can I get out before she manages to clarify that into a confession? Well, I'm glad. Anyway, I should get going. It was good to talk to you. I get up and get all the way to the doorway. Could it be that I can avoid it getting awkward after all?
Likewise. Likewise.
I just have to say goodbye, and I'm gone. Problem solved. Just have to say...
Say, Mr. Rook, aren't you going to take your umbrella? Or did you not bring one?
Oh, shit, she's good. She's got me. I know exactly what she's going to say if I tell the truth. What should I do?
A responsible adult would lie. Tell lots and lots of dirty white lies.
Rationally, I know better. Rationally, I know I plan to shut her advances down, to be the mature adult and just not even give her a chance. Rationally, I know that you can't get sick from being out in the rain. And rationally, I know that following along with her plan would be irresponsible of me. Rationally, I know that it's wrong to find out how she's managed to catch me so perfectly off guard, charming in a way. Oh, God! Rationally, I know that I shouldn't find that smile she's giving, the one that says she knows I'm going to say yes, so adorable. Rationally, I know I should try to solve the circumference of pi.
So, Mr. Rook, do you live alone?
Come on, don't ask that. Yeah, for several years now. I leave that hanging as a reminder of how old I am. I've been divorced, kid, twice. With any luck, she'll pick up on that.
Oh, well, that must be nice, having things all to yourself.
As she says that, she moves in even closer than was before, so I can feel her arm pressing against mine.
So much for having any luck!
Well, it's not always so bad. That's not honest at all. It's a lie, the biggest lie. I hate living on my own. It's lonely, it's soul-crushing, it's terrible. It's always, always so bad.
Get a fucking houseplant, you whiner! I'll bet.
And that's when I make my mistake.
You know what's weird about this? Is I wonder if she's responding to our inner monologue and not actually this. I mean, she's not, obviously, but, you know, symbolically.
I look back down at her. I make eye contact and she just responds with the biggest grin. She's happy right now. She's so happy, I can tell. And all I can think, as I look at that poor kid, is that I know the only thing she's thinking of right now is me. It's one hell of a thought. I look away and we keep walking down the street, but it's too late. I've humored her, I've gone along with her, and I've practically acknowledged it to her now. She just babbles away, happily, and I realize there isn't going to be an easy way out. This crush of hers isn't something that I can ignore and it'll go away. After what feels like the longest walk home ever, finally, we arrive at my building. This is me. Thanks for the umbrella. I have to do something, and it has to be now.
Okay, it's not a problem at all, though. I really enjoyed talking with you a lot.
Well,
actually, there's something I'd like to tell you.
All around us, rain pours heavily. My stomach sinks. And then, she takes my hand with her own, squeezing with those delicate fingers of hers. Despite the rain, still they're so soft at the touch. She smiles sweetly at me, getting ready to confess to me, and I realize with horror
that I left my car keys in the classroom! Oh shit! Oh!
She closes her eyes, and I can tell as I delve into her small, warm mouth that this is her first time. Her confidence from earlier is gone, so I take the lead. Arianna shivers under me as I kiss her in the rain, letting out a high-pitched murmur as my tongue teases hers. I shift my legs, making sure she doesn't notice what's growing.
Is it a houseplant? Did you buy a houseplant? I told you to. I'm so glad you listened to my advice. Get a houseplant. Fuck that. Get a house.
It's absolutely beautiful out, but I checked the weather report before heading out this morning all the same. And it doesn't take too long for Charlotte to arrive. Hi.
Good morning, Mr. Rook. I hope your walk home yesterday wasn't too bad.
No. It's funny, sometimes things have a way of working out.
Oh, well, I'm glad to hear that.
We continue to make idle chit-chat as the class slowly files in. After the night I had yesterday, I'm not particularly in any hurry to get started. Today's lecture is going to be at a leisurely pace. So, as you've probably figured out, this is the part of the story where you get the hint that things are going to start to get really weird.
No shit. No shit.
From here on out, you're going to discover that things are a lot more complicated than they might seem. I pause for effect. So what do you think of the use of foreshadowing in the chapter you read last night? How does it differ from at the start of the novel? After a couple seconds, two hands go up. I'm sure Charlotte has the better answer, but, well, I couldn't not call on Arianna, could I? I smile in her direction, and for the briefest of fucking Riverdale seconds, she blushes. Go ahead, Arianna.
What's a Riverdale second? Is that like... To calculate a Riverdale second, it is a normal second times the amount of, like, problematic relationships in your show. Well, I think it's really important because...
And so she goes on.
No, fool, tell us. You know what, honestly, here's the deal. It's minor critique, but I don't think it's actually that minor. I mean, it's a nitpick, right? But, like, what would have been really cool is if she actually did go into detail, right? That would have padded out the fact that she does now super care about English to impress us, and that we aren't paying attention to her. Instead, it really does look kind of objectifying that he just goes, "Oh, this is fucking talk like a dumb bitch."
What does it mean to be a gentleman? Is it an outdated concept, or is there really a perfect model for a man in particular to follow that's still relevant to our times? Jordan Peterson? No. Does it matter? And is that truly a good thing? According to L.J. Powell, I mean Jordan Peterson, before you can ask that question, you first have to ask one simple question. What does it mean to be a gentleman? I'll jump into what Powell thinks in a minute. But first, what do you think it means? Just the first thing that comes to mind. The class pauses for longer than I'd like, given that I just threw them the easiest question imaginable. And predictably, the first hand to go up is Charlotte's. Go ahead, just tell me anything.
This is a little bit obvious, but chivalry? As in holding the door open for a woman?
Yes, it is a little bit obvious. Right, that's definitely the one. How about... Okay, Taylor? I'm definitely surprised to see her put up her hand.
Knowing how to be respectful to a girl. For example, a gentleman wouldn't treat a girl like crap just because they've broken up.
I stare at her. There's more than a touch of bitterness to her voice. I wonder who she's really talking about.
Aw, yeah. That's a long-ass lunch bell, dog. That was never gonna end.
The lunch bell rings and the class starts to file out. Arianna?
Yes, Mr. Oak?
Could I see you after class? I smile, trying to let her know that nothing's wrong. I'm not going to say it in front of the class. I just wanted to make plans to take her out this weekend.
Sure.
I nod and she turns away. As she walks away, I notice her swaying her hips. Man, what a tease. It takes me a moment to focus again.
Maybe she needed to take a dump, dude. Maybe she just needed to take a big, steamy, teriyaki, yakisoba shit. Like, because look at how nervous she was in this. She's like, yeah, and then
swaying her hips.
So, Charlotte, when are you going to forgive Kendall?
Huh?
Forgive? What are you talking about? I don't like having to avoid either one of my friends or the other. Can't you just go back to getting along? I don't see why you think we don't get along.
Leave it alone, Akira.
Don't you think so, Mr. Rook? Wouldn't it be better if they made up?
Oh, hell no. Oh! I think it's none of my business.
Yeah, but don't you think...
I really don't want to have this conversation. Isabella is giving me the dirtiest glare, and while I have no idea how Charlotte feels, I don't think interposing is going to help. Excuse me, I just remembered somewhere I need to be. Don't let anyone else into the classroom. And before anyone else can say anything, I escape with my lunch, shutting the door behind me. The two girls can deal with Akira without me. I walk away, planning to take some solace in the office, but before I even make it to the stairs, I can see another two students in the distance, and I can definitely hear them. I think they're shitting.
Well, you don't have to be such a jerk about it.
Be a jerk about it? I'm being a jerk about it. You're the one who stood up in front of the whole fucking class to take a cheap shot at me. And you have the balls to say that I'm being a jerk?
After you dumped me? Do you have any idea how humiliating that was?
I didn't. You're the one who fucking dumped me. WTF, you crazy bitch. What's wrong with you?
How did I dump you?
What? We've had this conversation before. Twice. Will you just fucking leave me alone? This is pretty heated. I'm going to...
Honestly, if it was me, I would back away. I'd be like, "Woo! Didn't see that? Oh man, I have earplugs in." But unfortunately, it's a visual novel. You got to pick the most carpe diem of choices. I'm gonna step in.
I try to make my approach as loud as possible. Is there a problem here?
No, we're just
There is definitely a problem.
talking, Mr. Rook. There's some things we need to work out.
It doesn't sound like Nolan wants to talk. Is that right? Yes. Taylor, why don't you go, calm down, and go at your lunch? Give the men some space. She takes a moment, probably evaluating her options. Her expression shifts back to the normal, calm smile.
Sorry, Mr. Rook, you're right. We'll have this conversation at a better time.
She skips off, overselling her cooperativeness far too much.
Bro, I hate it when adults can see that.
Are you alright? Yeah, thank you, sir. Well, let me know if she keeps it up. Thanks. I guess that's all there is to be said. I'm not sure what's going on between the two of them, besides the obvious, but if he doesn't want to talk... I head to the office to eat my lunch in peace. Saturday.
Wow, I've never seen this part of town before.
I still can't believe you've never been to Little Japan before.
Oh my god, by the way, bonus fact, I can play this on the piano.
Come on, I know the greatest sushi place. It'll be my treat. You're really going to love it.
Awesome!
I lead her on.
Aha! Ha! No you won't. No you won't.
I really only have one thought. I'm going to show her a nice, innocent time. Just a fun date, nothing more. There is no need to push things further. Then she clings to my arm, resting her head against my shoulder.
Thanks, Mr. Rook.
Monday.
Wait, what the fuck happened Sunday, bro?
Class in the morning goes... alright. Not great, but alright. I didn't catch her in the act, but I think Taylor may have actually fallen asleep at one point, just when I thought I couldn't resent her more. I'm just glad when lunch rolls around and everyone starts to finally act like they're alive again. So, how are your weekends?
Alright. Yo, Isabella is apparently our spirit animal, I guess. I didn't really do much, just homework and some shopping. Disastrous. Totes disastrous. Sunday was the most humiliating day of my life ever. I take it back, Charlotte. You can ignore Kendall all you want. Lol. Is this about your coming out? I'm sorry, but that was pretty funny. Oh yeah, Akira's gay. Which is fine by me, because I want to cuddle this motherfucker. Look at him, he's fucking cute as fuck. OMG, no it wasn't. Mom was embarrassing about it, but Kasan was just cruel.
Kasan? Who's that?
My other mother. She just kept giggling uncontrollably. Hazuki, right? Not Ichigo? Yeah, right. That's Hazuki. Mom's the one who posted on Amie. I don't think you've met Kasan. Thank God. Speaking of God, has anyone seen Montero by Lil Nas X?